Welcome to the home of WWE News Rumors and Gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
Welcome to the promising, the unapologetic Seanzview. I am here for each and every one of you because I truly believe in the viewers, the fans, and the subscribers who bring me to the dance. It's like a romance, but this is one of those relationships that's going to last. It's not going to go off. It's not going to go off into the sunset. It's not going to have breaks. We are going to go full bore, and we're going to go all the way because that is why I am here, because of each and every one of you. I bring it. And I don't bring it via satellite like The Rock used to do for several years in the WWE. I actually bring it legitimate, and I bring it automatic because Seanzviewent is like that Energizer Bunny. I just keep going and going and going. Now, let's get into the rumors, the news, the headlines, the enhancements, the adjustments, all the latest that is breaking right now in World Wrestling Entertainment. With Jon Moxley being sued for attacking an AEW crew member, now we go to the comments. I'm not even a Jon Moxley fan, but come on, dude. I'd be happy that I was included in the match. Mocking this guy for being a pussy, then you all cry on the racism meme. He got shoved and thinks it's a lawsuit. Give it a rest, pussy. Of course your beep boop is going to cry about it when you should know what you're getting yourself into, you little punk at beat. So there are just some of the comments that are being leaked online about this guy that is pressing a lawsuit on Jon Moxley. Also, WWE's current stance on potentially bringing back former World Heavyweight Champion, former WWE Champion. He's a former Royal Rumble winner, Alberto Del Rio. Not that anybody cares. I said, any news about Del Rio? Knowing his past, I could give a rat's you-know-what about it, but some of my fans do like Del Rio, so as it turns out, there actually isn't any chance at all of him returning to the WWE. Thank God, and that is probably the best decision. That is probably the best choice that the WWE could distance themselves from Alberto Del Rio because you don't want that guy anywhere near your company. Let me tell you that right now. Also, Julia is set for a major WWE SmackDown spotlight after recent TV appearance. The WWE are going to really double down on Julia in the WWE. And what are your thoughts and your comments and your opinions on Julia? WWE, Vince McMahon and Linda McMahon asked judge to dismiss the Ring Boy abuse lawsuit, citing no responsibility. And, you know, the more that the WWE can cancel, the more that the WWE can drop off, the more that the WWE can get rid of, it would be better for them at this stage of the game, at this stance, because the WWE can ill afford for the lawsuits and for the money and for all the time, for all this to stack up and for all this to load up. It would be in the WWE's best interest to get rid of as much guilt and as much bad background noise that they can, because the WWE right now can ill afford this. You know, that's part of the reason why Vince McMahon left. You had all these lawsuits. You had all these different disagreements. You had all this backlash. You had this complete onslaught against the WWE. And now the WWE is trying to battle back, and the WWE is trying to somehow, in some way, weather the storm. And that is what this is all about, is weathering the storm at the end of the day. Remember your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. But that certainly is not all. Nikki Bella claims that Happy Gilmore 2 camo will shock everyone. Everybody will be shocked. Maybe it'll be something between John Cena and Nikki Bella, because, you know, we know what happened between John Cena and Nikki Bella. But your thoughts and comments on Nikki Bella's claims about Happy Gilmore 2. Ricochet deletes an offensive tweet about AEW injury lawsuit after backlash. Ricochet loves stirring the pot since he's an absolute menace on social media. However, it appears Ricochet ended up making a very insensitive remark about the civil lawsuit against Jon Moxley and AEW. In a now deleted tweet, Ricochet took to X or Twitter and commented on a former production crew's lawsuit who claimed that he suffered serious injuries during a 2023 episode of Dynamite and sued AEW and Jon Moxley for the same. In what was undoubtedly a very insensitive and tone-deaf remark, Ricochet stated that everyone lives in a world full of, before he realized his mistake and deleted the tweet entirely, saying, "We live in a world of PUSSIES. As noted earlier, a civil lawsuit was filed on May 30th in Wayne County District. Christopher Dispense, a longtime production worker who helped run AEW events through a company called Broadcast Service Group. He claimed that he got badly hurt during the May 10th, 2023 episode of AEW Dynamite in Detroit. The injury happened during a violent cage match between Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega. He claims that Moxley suddenly pushed him while grabbing a screwdriver, something that wasn't part of the plan. According to him, the push caused serious neck and shoulder injuries. He needed major surgery. Regardless, Ricochet's tweet might actually end up harming AEW's case in the civil lawsuit, since it clearly showed a lack of delinquency, among other things. Therefore, we'll have to see if any actions will be taken against Ricochet. I think that meant to say diligence, but do you think Ricochet should publicly apologize for his tweet? Please share your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the go, because this is the flow of the damn show. We are just now a couple hours away. We are just a couple hours away from Monday Night Raw on Netflix, the return of Goldberg. Also, WWE legend returning. Yes, a WWE legend is returning to the game, but not in not the capacity that you may think. As a WWE legend returning as guest host at the Performance Center. Ladies and gentlemen, it would appear as if, according to a report from PW Insider, former two-time WWE Women's Champion Jazz will be heading back to the WWE Performance Center once again. TNA under fire for letting Tessa Blanchard use trademark name. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Carlito reveals Triple H never liked his WWE character. And that could be a lot of the reason why Carlito was no longer featured or even in the WWE after Carlito was released. Did you like Carlito? We are finding out that Triple H never liked the Carlito character. That's not to say that Triple H didn't like Carlito, the person, the individual. Carlito says that he wasn't bitter about his exit from WWE, but wanted to properly end his storyline, maybe being killed off, something catastrophic going down, but that's not how it all happened. AEW is set to unify the international and continental titles, but don't expect an intercontinental belt. Yeah, because that would just be obviously copying the WWE. And again, now that Jon Moxley has this big lawsuit against him, the courts, the fines, obviously this has put Jon Moxley and AEW under the bright light. This, of course, has opened up a lot of rumors, a sea of speculation and gossip about Jon Moxley's potential return to the WWE. Do you want to see it? Will it happen? Will it go down? Is this finally the chance, the opportunity that the WWE is looking for with a massive lawsuit on Jon Moxley and the entire AEW company? Is this now the time where the WWE can capitalize on the return of Jon Moxley to World Wrestling Entertainment? It all comes down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. What will the shocking decision ultimately be? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where it all happens. This is where we give you the most in-depth, the most descriptive, the most prolific, the most proficient in WWE. If it weren't for you, there certainly would be no Seanzview. This is the value in the intrigue that I bring to you. Plenty more to come. Don't go anywhere. Don't succumb. Don't be mute. Don't be silenced. Get your comments out now below.